So how are you doing with me having a disability? I asked my date. I had never asked him that before. And my heart sank as I watched big tears well up in his eyes and began rolling down his face. I'm just so uncomfortable with your disability, he said softly. In the milliseconds, I would send transported to all the times I wondered if anyone would really love me the way I wanted to be loved because of my disability. I thought about how I always really wanted to find love and to find someone to share my life with. After all, I grew up the youngest of 4 kids, watching all my siblings marry and happily settle down at a relatively young age, just like our parents did. That was my model, but not my life. And I remembered in particular one night in college when we had formal dance. Everyone got dressed up, had a fancy dinner, danced the night away. I went, but without a date. I went with all my friends who were couples. It was fine, but the whole night I felt that loneliness and emptiness and not having someone there for me. That feeling hit hard when I got back to my dorm room and all my friends went and got hotel rooms with their dates. And as I walked in the dorm room, the darkness and silence enveloped me. I sank to the futon, sobbing, truly wondering, would anyone love me as a lover because of my disability? And now, 2 decades later, after that night in college, and sitting before my date, who is in tears because he's so uncomfortable with my disability. And I took a sharp breath in and thought, I am never going on another date again. This is way too hard. But I let that go because I was so tired of the limiting beliefs holding me back. I was tired of seeing my disability as the problem with dating and relationships. I took another breath in and I said, well, I have cerebral palsy and it's with me for life. I like you. I would like to get to know you, but you need to decide if that's something you want. And luckily, he had the insight to say, I know my discomfort. It's not about you, it's about me. We ended up talking for another hour more because he had never really been around people with disabilities. I got in the car that night, drove home thinking, not sure if I will ever hear from him again. But I knew that I had changed and my career and business were heading into a new direction. My company, Radiant Abilities, now specializes in helping people with disabilities to successfully date and have healthy relationships. You see, I believe sexual ableism is a real thing. Sexual ableism is a system of beliefs that discriminate against people with disabilities. It says that because of your disability, you're somehow inferior in the area of dating, relationships, and sexuality. Well, sexual ableism is a fallacy. And what I help people do is to rise above sexual ableism through 5 guiding principles. One is dating success is dependent on you having a positive view of yourself and letting go of limiting beliefs. Number 2 is you need to have a certain level of confidence, particularly in dating and building healthy relationships. Number 3 is in order to nurture healthy relationships, you need to use problem-solving skills and bring your disability into the relationship. Number 4 is by having healthy boundaries for yourself, you increase the likelihood of drawing the right people to you. And number 5 is when you feel empowered in dating and relationships, that helps you stay safe from potential abuse or assault. Now back to that date. So the day after the date, in the days before smartphones, I get home from work, I check my email, I see his name in my inbox. I can't click it open soon enough. Essentially, the email reads, I still don't know if I can date someone with a disability, but you are so confident and beautiful in who you are, I need to at least get to know you. And they thought, oh, really, I just had to show up as who I was. And that was so key to dating success. So we had the second date, and then the third. And I began singing him after every date. So how are you doing with me having a disability? And he would say, I'm still not sure. And then he would say, so what are you doing next weekend? I knew we were heading somewhere, and sure enough, we were, because 2 years later, on the beautiful September day, we got married, and we've been married over a decade since. So, now I'm going to turn the question to you. How are you doing with your disability in dating and relationships? If you feel ready to let go of limiting beliefs about yourself, to develop a more positive view of yourself, to have confidence, then I would encourage you to check out the dating resources page at readingabilities.com to help get you going to who you want to be with and how you want to get there.